Hey everyone, Jenny here. Welcome back to my channel. It is the last day of September. It's a beautiful day outside. Sitting here in the kitchen because much better natural lighting than the bedroom. Anyways, I'm here to give you my September wrap up. It's not that impressive or anything. I read 5 books, which is actually more than I thought I was going to read this month. And I read most of them like the last couple weeks of September rather than anything else. And I'm filming this today because I know I'm not going to read that much more. Yeah, I'm not going to read anything else. If I do, I'll just include it in October. But yeah, so let's get into it. Like I said, sorry, I need to fix my glasses because now I can't see. I read 5 books. Actually, I wish I would have saved one of them for October because it was kind of a creepy read. And I'm like, oh, that would have been great for October. And let's get into it. Quickly gonna do what I always do. Name the book, author, the rating that I gave to it. Alright, so the first one that I read was a sequel to one of the books I read last month, which was, why can't I think of it? Life as We Knew It. And I read The Dead and Gone by Susan Beth Pfeiffer. I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I gave this 3 out of 4 stars, where I gave the first one 4 out of 5 stars. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 5 stars, where I gave the other one 4 stars. A lot of it was the same as the first book, except this one took place in a city rather than, a big city, like New York, rather than just like a little town. It was good. I had a lot of issues with it. I had a lot of issues with the main character. I didn't actually end up caring that much for the main character. I cared more for his... We have a hummingbird out there. Sorry. We have hummingbird feeder outside and with sugar water, which is, yeah. And so I get distracted. I'm like, oh, there's a hummingbird. Anyways, yeah. I didn't really care for the main character that much. I cared for one of his sisters more. And so actually that's why I read it. It was okay for a second book. I'm probably going to read the third book because it goes back, I think, to the original person in the first book narrating it. So, yeah. And then the next one, sorry, the hummingbird is still there, is the one I wish I would have saved for October because it's kind of a creepy little read. And it's called Want to Go Private by Sarah Dare Littman. I've read one of her other books before this year, which was Backlash. She writes a lot of books involving social media and phones and what teenagers... how they can get, teenagers getting into trouble with all that stuff. And this one was really kind of creepier than one of her last book that I read, which was Backlash. I gave this one, I don't really remember. I want to say 4 stars. It's probably on my Goodreads, which I'm filming on my phone, and my computer's in the other room, so I can't really look it up. I wish I would have saved that one for October because it was really creepy about a girl who starts talking to someone online and she gives him all personal information like her age level, that she's 14. She starts sending him pictures and all this stuff that if you're safe enough about it, which I think in today's world, I think there's still a lot of it, but I think in today's world, we are more safe and more open. Not more safe, but we are more open on the internet than we were, at least that I remember when I was in high school. It feels like, maybe because I'm an adult and I don't know how. Because when I was in high school, I didn't get a social media account until I was a junior in high school. And yeah. When all my friends had them, but I think we are more safe, not more safe. but I think we're more aware of the issues about being safe on the internet. And even though you can be aware of those issues, things can still happen. And things can happen in your adult. Like, I've watched shows on Discovery ID. I know, I've gone off into a tangent. I watched shows on Discovery ID where these women, they think they met someone on, like, Match.com or whatever, and then they still get into trouble with the person, or the person ends up killing someone. Anyways, from that tangent, moving on to the next book I read a lot of fun books this month that I just kind of blew through. And that was Out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys. I read that book in one day. I read that sucker in one day. And I really enjoyed it. It takes place in New Orleans. Young adult book. Has prostitutes in it, which I didn't even think that would happen. Well, I mean, not that would happen. It's not even any spoiler. It says it on the back. But, yeah, I give that one 4 out of 5. It was really easy to blow through. I actually want to find a few more for books. I got that one at the used bookstore, actually. Great price for it. $7. Well, not great price, considering that's $9. Whatever. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. The next book I read was, In Some Other World Maybe by Sherry Goldhagen. I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. It's more of an adult book than a young adult book. It's about growing up and finding yourself and how you can meet all these people and how your life can it affects you, but other people. The only issue, it's a good book. The only issue, I gave it 4 out of 5. The only real issue that I had with it, and it's like a minor thing, and I don't know why it did this. Like everyone else, every other character where it focuses on them in the chapter, it goes from it has the omnipresent third person narrative, except on a few chapters with a certain character where it goes into the the second person narrative, and it's like, oh, well, that's weird. Like, I don't know why, and it didn't say it was just like, if it started out that way and then did that, yeah, I'd get that, but it didn't start out that way. It was just weird, and it kind of threw me off a few times whenever I'd reach that. I'm like, okay, well, this is weird, but whatever. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. That was, like, the one thing that kept, like, got me out of focus. I was like, what? That's bizarre. Why? Anyways, moving on to the last book. It's not the last. I'm not even going in a chronological order. I'm just going from how they're stacked over here. So finally, the last thing that I read this month, which was the graphic history of an American founding father, Alexander Hamilton, the graphic novel by Jonathan Hennessy, and art by Justin Greenwood. It's actually fairly interesting. I like the art. I will say this, I've said it in another video, this is very wordy. So, like, I actually skimmed the last 2 pages. I was like, I'm so done. I want to finish it. But, like, when you look at graphic novels, you're like, oh, this is nice, you know. Some words here, some words there. But this is, like, full on wordy as heck. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. It's actually, you know, good. Learned some things. Some things I questioned, but yeah, it's a good little graphic novel. I recommend it if you want to read it, if you have that interest like I do right now. Anyways, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, I read 5 books this month, which surprised me. I didn't think I was going to read that many books in 1 month, but I did. So, you know, a lot of them, I think all of them except one. I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't feel like looking. And I didn't feel like looking before I made this video. I'm not going to do an October TBR. I uploaded the other day, which is the previous video from this one if you want to see it, about just having an October TBR. Not an October TBR, but like it's the spooky, empty shelfie readathon this month, and I'm going to be doing it. And so my TBR for that has already been posted, and then Spookathon's going to be later this month, so that's also posted. So I'm not going to do a separate October one. All the books that I listed in the last video are books, because it's a month-long readathon, so those are all the books I'm going to try and read this month. And then, makes me dizzy. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah. And, yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.